Dr. Dre is selling his catalog, and there's an estimated $200 million bill attached to it. Now, this is still a pending
Right.
deal, not just with one company, but two. The first is with Shamrock Holdings, and the other is Universal Music. And surprisingly, Universal is likely to purchase the smaller share of the catalog, with Shamrock Holdings being the larger acquirer. So very cool. And we keep talking about how artists, and it seems artists are earlier and earlier selling their
Yeah.
catalog. Just talked about Justin Bieber. They're not necessarily artists who are kind of waiting till the end of their kind of careers and they have their legacy catalog and now they're selling. I mean, we have younger artists who are just looking at the opportunity and selling. And I think with Bieber, it was estimated around 200 million for
200,
his
yeah.
catalog. Yeah.
And we talked about Iggy Azalea. We talked about Justin Timberlake, who also had a huge catalog sale. For me, I would want to sell it while I can still enjoy the fruits of my labor. Do you know what I mean? Like Iggy Azalea was definitely one of those that surprised me because she's definitely a younger artist that I didn't realize her music was worth so much. It was eight figures, I think.
At least 10 million.
Yeah.
But in any case, right. So that's what we're talking about. So with these artists who are selling, the big question is, well, how do we come to these numbers? And I'll tell you from, again, just kind of doing these deals myself, we look at the average monthly income, right, or royalties from the catalog or the rights that are held. And then we do a multiple, and that multiple can be something as low as 14. I've heard as high as 22. So that's kind of the future anticipated earnings. And so that's why you get a big one-time payout, because these companies buy the music. They expect that over so many years or decades, they will make way more than that back. So they get all the investors' dollars together. And in this case, with Dre, so someone had been asking, so is it the entire catalog, right? So when we're looking at that price,
the way that's broken up between some of his masters and stuff, I think that it's definitely is going to, UMG is gonna get the masters of the Chronic, which is like the big boy. The thing that I see that he has left is still his ownership in the Aftermath label and stuff. So I don't know if that includes anything he did when he was on Aftermath, or if they're just allowing him just to or whatever. They just didn't have anything to do with his future stuff from Aftermath. I wasn't clear on that, but it looks like everything else is going to be split up. The stuff with like NWA, stuff that he's produced for other artists.
I was wondering about his stuff with like Eminem, right? Because didn't he sign Eminem, or did he get his deal?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
basically,
So
anyone under Dre that Dre owns would be included in the sale.
Or his participation for like his publishing and stuff like that. I think that a lot of it is just but it wasn't. I just know it wasn't everything. It was. That's why they're being very careful of his catalog assets and not just saying his entire thing, because he didn't sell everything. He still has his stuff.
Paul asks, can a catalog exclude particular things, be of only certain things? Yeah. Absolutely, which is the case right now, because we have two different companies acquiring different parts of the catalog. And even the last deal that I did, we negotiate what that catalog is to no end, because we have to make sure that obviously the price matches every single single or EP or album that's included. And if someone wants something else added in, okay, then we need to readjust the price. So no, it absolutely matters. But with all that being said, I think that sometimes when the purchase, price is being determined, they're looking at all the rights. They usually want everything.
I'm excited for Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was, a huge part of my growing up, West Coast, living in California, taking that with me, taking that pride. I love Dr. Dre. I love the West Coast. Let's go.
Yeah. And final word when it comes to what we can draw from this as a music business tip: ownership of the not only masters, but the publishing rights. Really important. Very, very valuable. And that's why I tell all of my clients, all my students, everyone, that it's just really important that you understand that if you are going to give away those rights, that you do it for something very valuable, because that's really what you're giving up.